All right, how about a little order of operations? Ta-da! All right, I have to tell you my theory on order of operations and how I relate to it. It's very special. It's about the proper way to wrap a gift. And there is a proper way to wrap a gift. You know a good gift when you see it, and you know one that should not be wrapped that way. But I'm going to tell you my way because I have my favorite way to wrap a gift. The very first thing I do is I put the bow on the box. Just a little off center. I try to make it look really good and I just go, oh, it's because putting the bow on the box is my favorite part of the whole process. How about you? I mean, you just go, oh, look at the bow. It looks so beautiful on the box. And then I take out beautiful ribbons and I wrap it around the box and the bow and I make it just tight and crisp, just really seal it in there. And sometimes I use curling ribbon and I curl it, but yeah, that's my second favorite thing to do. You know, my least favorite part about wrapping the present is to put on the paper. You got to cut it to the right size, then you got to tape it, make sure you have crisp corners. It's not my favorite part, but I got to do it. You know, I got to put the paper on. And there is my beautiful present. Yep, I like doing it my way. Now, society's way is a little bit different because they say you have to put the box or wrap the box first with this high quality wrapping paper. Make sure you have crisp corners. Obviously, you have to have crisp corners, but they do the paper first. And then they tie beautiful ribbons around the box. And I've seen some with lovely curling ribbon as well. And then they place a lovely bow, just a little off center. So you can see there's a little bit of a difference between my way of wrapping a present and society's way of expecting to see the present. Now, both presents have bows. Both presents have curling ribbon. It's just you probably can't see mine, but I promise you it's there. I know I put it there. But this is what society wants. So when we think about order of operations, it's like wrapping a gift correctly. You get the result everyone expects. You can't just do it your way because that's what you like to do. You have to do it the way that's going to get the result everybody's expecting. So I know. Don't wrap your presents like me, is what we'll say from here on out. So, order of operations starts with parentheses. And what you do is you work out whatever's in parentheses first. Yeah, that's what you have to do first. Then you have to do exponents. Hopefully you like exponents because they come next. You have to calculate the value of any exponents in the expression. This is like putting on the wrapping paper. I don't want to do that, but you have to. Next comes multiplying and dividing. And you multiply and or divide from left to right. That is critical. Whichever operation you come to first is what you do first. And lastly, you add and subtract, and you have to add and or subtract from left to right. Whichever operation you come to first is what you do first. Now, if you like to add, that's like putting the bow on the present first. So if you see adding in a problem, you're like, oh, I'm going to go add those numbers together. That looks like so much fun. Ha ha ha. Oh, and multiplying. I have my multiplication tables memorized. Just stop yourself a little bit and think back about how your present should look when you're done. You need to follow these order. PEMDAS. They call it PEMDAS, or it's popular to say, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Now, I have been known to call it my Aunt Sue, my Aunt Sylvia, my Aunt Sophia, whatever. It just starts with an S. But that helps you remember P, please, parentheses. Excuse is your exponents. My dear, multiply and divide. Aunt Sally, add and subtract, or whoever your aunt is. But that can just be, and it's just a great acronym, a great mnemonic device to help you remember the order that you have to do it in to get the properly prepared package. So society will say you are an excellent gift wrapper. So let's give it a try. We're going to simplify the following expression of 5 take away 3 squared plus 8 divided by 2. Some of you are like, oh my gosh, I know 3 plus 8. Stop yourself. First, we look for parentheses. There are no parentheses in this problem, so go to the next step. Exponents. You must calculate the value of the exponents next. All right, fine. 3 squared. 9. Got it. 5 take away 9 plus 8 divided by 2. I just rewrite the whole entire problem, just drop it down, and then I look. Okay, I did parentheses, exponents. I'm on this booger right here. Multiply and divide. So there's only one division sign, and it's the 8 divided by 2, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. And now you have to add and subtract from left to right. Whatever you come to first, you do first. And oh my goodness, it's 5 take away 9. Don't go do 9 plus 4. Shame on you for thinking that. 5 take away 9 is negative 4. And then when you add 4 to negative 4, you'll get 0. Final answer. Dot, 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 dot. That's how you use order of operation. This is what everyone else is going to get, so you might as well get that too. And I know, conforming this once in your life, just for order of operations, it's okay. Let's do it again. Simplify the following. Now, parentheses. Notice here this is 8 parentheses 2. Well, in math, a lot of time we don't like to use x anymore to show multiplication. We use parentheses or a dot, and so I've used parentheses. So this just means 8 times 2. That does not count as something in parentheses. This 5 take away 3 is an operation in parentheses. That's what parentheses stands for, is if there's an operation. So we must do parentheses first, and 5 take away 3, that's not too bad, that's 2. All right, so we did parentheses. Next is exponents. Well, 2 squared, I can do 2 squared, 4. There we go. Now we're going to multiply and divide, and all we have is the multiplying. 8 times 2, we've got our 16. And the last step, add or subtract, and in this case we just have adding, and 4 plus 16 is 20. Not too bad. Everybody got 20. All right, simplify the following expression. We have 5 take away parentheses, 4 squared plus 8, then divide by 2. So we must focus on parentheses first, and in parentheses, oh my gosh, should we add first? Should we do exponents? Well, it's like starting all over again. When you're inside parentheses and there's more than one operation going on, you need to start at the beginning. Okay, is there another set of parentheses? Are there exponents? Well, in this case, we have exponents, so we need to do 4 squared. All right, 16. Now we can go ahead and add, and that will finish off the parentheses section of Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally. And 16 plus 8 is 24. Okay, so I have 5 take away 24 divided by 2. What do we do first? Do you want to subtract or divide? Okay, hopefully you said divide, divide, because that is next in our list, multiply or divide. 24 divided by 2 is 12. And now we subtract. 5 take away 12 is negative 7. Dun, 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 dun. We did it! Yay! Oh, I know you're excited. Okay, we'll do another. We'll do 2 more. We'll do 2 more. Okay, work it out. Double parentheses. Yeah, these are like real parentheses. There's an operation here, operation here. Actually, there's 2 operations here. There's subtracting and exponent. I'm thinking we have to go for the exponent. 6 squared, we've got our 36. Now we have 64 take away 36. We have to do that. Divided by 13 take away 6. Well, let's just subtract. What's 64 take away 36? 28. And let's do this one. I mean, it's parentheses. 13 take away 6 is 7. Last, divide. 28 divided by 7, 4. Are you getting the hang of it? You're like, no, you're going too fast. Okay, then we'll do this problem. Ha ha ha, and I'll go slower. No, that wasn't very nice of me. Okay, when you see a bracket, it is the same thing as a parentheses. I have seen some simplified expression problems to where they've had lots of parentheses in there. Well, I look inside my bracket, and the bracket goes around all of this. The 3 squared, the plus, the parentheses, the 24 divided by 3 plus the 5 squared parentheses bracket. So I need to start with parentheses. So I have to start with this entire bracket. And inside this bracket, there are parentheses. So I have to go inside the parentheses. Inside the parentheses is a division, adding, and exponent. So what would you do first? You'd have to do your exponent first. So 5 to the second power is 25. And I leave everything else alone. Don't touch it, leave it alone. And now we'll keep working on these parentheses. I have division and adding. We have to divide. 24 divided by 3 gives us 8. All right, we're still working on this first set of parentheses. I have 8 plus 25, which is 33. All right, so we've simplified everything in parentheses. All I have left is that number 33. And here we are down to just the bracket. 3 squared plus 33. All right, so we start over again. We have to go to exponents. 3 squared is 9. So we have 9 plus 33. So we're over with our adding and subtracting. And 9 plus 33 is 42. Ta-da! We're finally done with this huge bracket. All the way down to 42. Now we have to subtract 3 to the second power. So do I subtract or do I do exponents? We're back to the beginning. We do exponents. So 42 take away 9. Final answer, 33. There you go. We can do even big fat problems. Oh, they can get even more fun than that. But that's okay. We won't worry about that. All right, so here we go. I have 4 problems for you to do. And you can just go ahead and mute me. And not mute me, pause the video. You can mute me too. And work out the 4 problems. And when you're ready to check your answers, just come back and turn it back on and we'll go through them. Okay, see you in a minute. Welcome back to Name Your Favorite Answer. How did you wrap your presents today? Let's check if you wrapped them correctly. Will you win an award? Okay, our first problem here. Remember, that's not parentheses. That's 10 times 3, so you had to do the 7 squared. So you had 49. And then it's multiply and divide from left to right. So hopefully you did 45 divided by 5, and you had 9. So you have 49 plus 9, take away 30. And then you add and subtract from left to right. So you did 45 plus 9 and then subtracting 30 and you got 28. How'd that go? That was all right? Okay, number 2. I have 99 divided by 3 squared, take away 11 times 4 plus 2 to the 5th power. I have no parentheses, but I have lots of exponents. So I would just write down 99 divided by 9, take away 11 times 4 plus, and 2 to the 5th power is 32. All right, then you got to do your division. 99 divided by 9, 11. Take away, do your multiplication. 11 times 4, 44, plus 32. And when you group those all together, you end up with -1. 11 take away 44 plus 32 is -1. Are you doing good? You got 2 for 2. 2 for 2. You know how to write presents. Here we go. Number 3. All right, what did you do first? Ooh. We have 2 sets of exponents. Now, I want you to know that this 2 is next to the 3. It only wants the 3. If you look at number 4, notice the exponent is on the outside of the parentheses, but it's around a 6 plus 6. So that's different. In this case, I need to add 6 plus 6, then do the exponent. Remember, parentheses, then exponent. But this is 10 times 3 exponent 2. So I have to do exponent first. So this is 3 to the 2nd power times 10. So 3 to the 2nd power is 9. So this is really 9 times 10. All right. And -4 to the 4th power is -4 times -4, which is positive 16. Positive 16 times -4 is -64. And -64 times -4 is positive 256. So you have 90 plus 256, take away 10 times 9. All right, and that 10 times 9 is 90. So 90 plus 256, take away 90 is 256. So the key here is I want to make sure that you're not doing 30 to the 2nd power because we don't multiply and then do exponents. We do exponents and then multiply. All right, last one, number 4. We have another set of brackets and then parentheses. So order of operation says you have to do parentheses first, which would be 6 plus 6. So you had to make that 12, and then that's 12 to the 2nd power because I had to get the quantity before I could do the exponents because it's parentheses, then exponent. So I have 12 to the 2nd power, so I'm at 144. And then to complete my bracket, I add 7. So 144 plus 7 is what? Is that 151? And then you add 11, and then 2, and you get yourself 164. All right, how did you do? Are you an expert present wrapper now? Do you know how to put the ribbons on and the bows on and where they go? I hope so. Thanks for putting up with me today. Hope you have a great week and happy order of operations solving. You can do it. Yeah!